Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know it. And the Houston Rockets starting five. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Covington. Following the miss by Giannis. It's good.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Bledsoe against Westbrook. Bounce pass from Bledsoe. And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Shot clock at 5. Over Westbrook. Offensive rebound. They shoot again. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Matthews against Harden. Kicks it down to Middleton. For 3, Bledsoe. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. Tries a 3. Good on the triple.
Whether he's attacking the basket or squaring up from long range, Westbrook is always dangerous.
Now here's Bledsoe. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Shoots a fader. Here's Giannis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Russell Westbrook. The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2.
Two.
No good on the free throw. And Clark with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
Bledsoe finds Lopez. To stop the run. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. House. Lopez with the block.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
Hey, yo, Russell.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Harden, that's good. The efficiency of Giannis. Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Now a chance, guys, to examine the rebounding numbers over the past months for him.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Now here's Bledsoe. Back to Antetokounmpo. Can they get it? Kept alive. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Hey, Brook Lopez getting after it. He is one of the better offensive rebounders in the game.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Lets it go with the three. Milwaukee with the rebound.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Off target from three-point range.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And the Rockets making a change here. Rivers checked in.
Shooting one.
Well, Milwaukee is exactly what a small market success story looks like.
Yeah, you know, a great eye for talent and also some good fortune in landing a player like Giannis in the draft. And small market teams have to home grow their superstars. Then they made smart moves surrounding Giannis with talent and an outstanding coach. The front office deserves buku credit for how they've turned this team into a finals contender.
Here is Bledsoe. James Harden picking up that last basket. And Covington sends it back. Pass to House. Harden outside. Over Matthews. And too long on the shot.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper.
Now here's Giannis. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket, one of the most mobile guys in the game.
Here is House. Covington kicks to Rivers. Houston moving it around. Clock at 6. Passes it to House. And here's Tucker. Here's Covington. Lopez covering. Covington's shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
And here are the Rockets now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Here is House. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play.
Shooting one.
That's on Brook Lopez.
There are very few any better than Harden at the and one. He's an expert. He looks for the contact, initiates it, gets it, and still finishes. You can't be too physical with him.
One shot.
Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that professional perspective. I'm a pro. I'm doing what I've always dreamed of doing. I'm getting paid well to do it, and I'm going to focus on getting better each day.
Excellent perspective.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Your career is just a month for me. I know the last couple years been a slump for you. You're like a man that ain't got the one up on me. Ain't nobody worldwide, but I'm so south. Say you gotta hear it from the golden mouth. That's that, go talk. That's that, go talk.
And all right, a chance to check out stats for Covington. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. Third in blocks. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you aren't top 3 in blocks unless you're committed to dominating in that category. His awareness and hustle is off the charts. Very impressive. Rivers kicks to Covington, fires the 3. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
Lighting it up from outside. Hard to keep up with this.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing, defended by Covington. Antetokounmpo, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Attacking the rack to great effect.
And not hesitating at all to pound it inside here early.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the Rockets. That's good from Tucker.
Well, you know, how can you not get excited about the way P.J. Tucker plays defense? Takes on all comers. Great intensity. He really is the leader of his team defensively.
Now here's Bledsoe. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Floats it up for Giannis. Up high to stop the alley-oop.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
Here's Rivers. 11 points for him in that last game against the Lakers. Here's Gordon. No good that time. Good D by Lopez. And with Tucker Clark in his defense, he'll pump his team up with his play.
You know, that's a big reason, guys, why he sees so many minutes every game. I mean, his rotations are on time. He's got excellent hands, which allow him to force turnovers, but I think it's his intensity that sets him apart.
And so Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. 8-point game. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know, really, Bledsoe has to keep hitting it from deep. When he does, I think that really opens up the floor for him and his team.
Harden with it. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Now here's Gordon. Another miss by Houston.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Here's Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. No good from Bledsoe. And Giannis gets it to go.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Outside Gordon. And there's the pass to Rivers. And again, unable to change momentum here. Middleton on the wing. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. Matthews. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Boy, Matthews, a guy who was undrafted, is a crafty veteran now. Terrific at using his body to draw the foul.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
76% on the season from the foul line.
You know, Guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
And the first one at the line is good. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender, who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long three.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now a timeout called by Houston. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. Break in the action means we can check out the best defensive teams in the league this season. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Fifth best, the Bucks.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 10. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. The Bucks trail, and keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. In going up against James Harden, he's stressed to his team the need to show your hands to the refs. The beard is just the best at catching defenders with their hands in the cookie jar. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Now, here's McLemore. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game.
Love the speed with which Harden gets his shot off, timing his release beautifully off the pass. Nice stuff.
Here's Connaughton. It's Hill on the wing. Good work defensively by Harden.
And pulled out all the stops to fight his way inside, but the D just was not giving in.
Gordon, the pass to Green. That one doesn't drop. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Connaughton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Hill looking it over. The kick out to Ilyasova. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Nice use that time of the mid-range area of the floor from Ilyasova. His stroke, so nice.
Harden the pass to McLemore. Green against Lopez. And the three off target. And it's the Bucks ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
Man, it's nice to see Hill get busy down inside. Really quite remarkable how he finds ways to score in the thick of things.
Now here's McLemore. And the wide open shot from Green. The Rockets with another miss.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Connaughton kicks to Hill. Rebound by Jeff Green. And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. They trail by one. Last time they met in Houston.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Bucks have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
DiVincenzo at the line for two.
Two shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Good on both. 27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
It's always awesome to watch Harden do his thing. I mean, he's so good with the ball. Fantastic at going straight into the contact on his drives. Excellent.
For Houston, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Guys, that says a lot about the poise of this team. I mean, they've been so calm, cool, and consistent at the stripe this year. I mean, that's impressive.
First free throw is good.
You know, what's most impressive about Harden to me is his versatility as a scorer. I mean, he's a remarkable combo guard with great size and strength and very efficient on the offensive end.
And both free throws good for James Harden.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Now, here is Hill. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Over Green. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. Already a superstar, Antetokounmpo talked about how much more he can improve.
I'm just trying to focus on the court. What's my next step as a basketball player? Because I know this is just the beginning. I haven't even reached my potential yet. I think I have a long way to go, and maybe one day I can be top 10 in all those things. I feel like I can do that.
I think he's already a top 5 player. With his skill set and physical tools, he can be an all-time great.
He's shown the dedication. I think he's only going to get better.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter.
Mind the lanes.
So on
Mind
the
the
floor
lanes.
for Houston.
One shot.
Gordon out there with Damari Carroll. Then it's Green. Then it's McLemore. And it's Westbrook in at the point. A lot of different ways, Clark, to construct a roster. What would be your preference as a general manager? Any direction you might want to go?
Well, obviously, if you have an opportunity to get an outstanding franchise-type point guard or versatile wing player in today's game, I think those are the pieces that you really need to start with.
Because there's so much spacing and so much switching on defense.
Exactly, and I failed to mention a two-way player at that wing spot who can defend multiple positions but also has a pretty strong offensive skill set.
Here's DiVincenzo after Eric Gordon's bucket. Outside Hill. Lets a floater go. Rockets leading by 4. Westbrook wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And again, the Bucks miss. Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Back to Carroll. Outside Gordon. Green breaking loose. And it's Gordon missing. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. To the middle. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Lopez.
Man, how about the vision of the hometown hero, George Hill, spotting a teammate and whipping it over quickly.
Back to Westbrook. From deep. It's good from long range. Westbrook's got 9.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's DiVincenzo. The floater. It's rebounded by Houston. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Goes back up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Hill.
You know, because Carroll is such an aggressive and high-energy offensive player, that's why he gets these calls.
The Rockets have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
You know, a rugged, experienced player. The shooting and defense Carroll provides, it's really what makes him so valuable.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Williams has checked in, and a change for the Rockets. Daniel House has checked in for Gordon. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Bucks trail by 6. And it's Korver off the drive. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Tell you what, you've got to get to Korver right away. This guy has unlimited range and a lightning-quick release.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
The first one falls. Both free throws good from Korver. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Westbrook kicks to McLemore. And here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers.
And he caused major problems with his defense as well. He had 4 steals by the time the game was over.
Now here's Korver, following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Here's Williams. Carroll with the rebound.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
And here's what the Rockets' schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
That's good from Green. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken, and I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
To the paint, here's Middleton, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Pass to House. Now here's McLemore. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
Well, the defense not doing a good job at all of getting after him. They've got to crowd him and make it tough for him. That's his second this quarter.
Bledsoe dishes to Williams. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
House the pass to Tucker. It's hauled in by Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. And another three for Houston.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
Well, I tell you what, he deserves to do some collar popping after that sequence.
Yep, it counts. Westbrook's got 17 now.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an All-Star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time All-Star and well-deserved. David, thank you. For Houston, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
And Russell Westbrook is as explosive a guard as we've seen in the history of the game. An incredibly gifted scorer who can also punch it on you.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Williams. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Kyle Korver. The Rockets also changing it up. Robert Covington comes in for Jeff Green. And it's Austin Rivers in for Ben McLemore.
And didn't have a single free throw in that first quarter, but he started to play with a little bit more of an edge to his game here in the second.
Timeout called the Bucks. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
And, you know, Kevin, he's on another level right now. Knocking down threes left and right. The defense isn't doing their job, and I think they've got to talk about it quickly.
And now let's take a look at the 2K leaderboard as we've gotten into the second half of the season. These teams have become better and better at scoring points off turnovers. Fifth best, the Rockets.
And since the break, we've seen them ambush their opponents with that attacking brand of defense. And boy, have they reaped the rewards offensively.
Matthews against Rivers. Lopez outside. Jacks up a three. Rockets with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers. House the pass to Tucker. Outside Westbrook. Drills the three-pointer. Westbrook's got the lead up to 13 now for the Rockets.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Now here's Lopez. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Matthews. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Rockets. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that.
Yeah, right now, though, the Rockets, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
And they need to stay focused. I mean, they have to ensure they hang on to a high seed. It's imperative for them.
4 on the clock. Double team on Westbrook. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Milwaukee with it. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
And now a quick review at the numbers for Chris Middleton. He's putting up about 21 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
The wide open look here for Lopez. Drills it from outside. Lopez has got 5.
Boy, I tell you what, Lopez has always been a threat from outside with his jumper.
And Clark, many fans thought Brook Lopez might have lost it after his stint with Los Angeles, but, you know, he was reborn after joining the Bucks.
Yeah, sometimes a fresh start re-energizes you and helps you change your game. This guy was, though, a 20-point scorer a night in the past, so he can put it in the basket. He didn't get those kind of numbers with the Bucks, but really was exactly what they needed as a big guy who could shoot the 3 and also be a rim protector inside.
Here's Westbrook. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Tucker. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Tucker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Now here's Bledsoe. Over Westbrook. No good from Bledsoe. Giannis, no good. Rockets leading by 13. Here's Rivers. It's deflected. Looking to get back on track here. And Bledsoe with the lay-in. Bledsoe's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
This is what Bledsoe loves doing. I mean, penetrating, probing, finding his way, looking to get close to the bucket. That's when he's at his best.
Now here's Middleton. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Now here's Westbrook. 24 points for him.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And hard to decide which is better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Tell you what, you wouldn't know they're the team trailing when they're able to pull off plays like that.
Timeout called the Rockets. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33. How'd you end up picking that number?
Well, it goes back to my idolization of Lou Alcindor at the time, who is now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the first big, graceful guy I saw do a little bit of everything in his days at UCLA, and then I digested all kinds of books and stories about him and just really admired his work on and off the court. Because he wore 33, I chose 33.
Back Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. The Rockets also changing it up. Gordon comes in for Daniel House, and it's James Harden in for Russell Westbrook. It's Rivers on the wing. No points in the game yet for him. Covington against Antetokounmpo. Covington kicks to Harden. Pass to Tucker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Gordon from outside. That shot is off. Like 6 others he's attempted tonight, he has but 1 basket.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking. He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
The Bucks working the ball around. Right side, Antetokounmpo. And he drops it in from the low post. Antetokounmpo's got 12 now in this quarter.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Harden to pass to Gordon. Latrey sinks the three-pointer. Gordon's got 5.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Giannis is double. Here's Lopez. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark.
Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
Matthews against Rivers. Softly drops in the floater. And it's a 12-point Houston lead.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Pass to Giannis. Back to Bledsoe. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Ilyasova comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Matthews. The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point-per-game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career-high level.
The shot by Carroll, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
1:07 left in the first half of the game. Here's DiVincenzo. Good D by Covington. Rockets leading by 9. Back to Rivers. There's the dish to Harden. And Houston again with the bucket.
It's so hard trying to contain Harden. Even when you think you have him locked in and cornered, he sinks a jumper right in your grill.
Now here's Bledsoe. 8 points for him. And it goes down 2 points.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Robin Lopez is checked in for the Bucks.
Shooting 1.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe.
And good job they're doing at the line this quarter. They'll need to continue converting those free throws.
Rivers against Bledsoe. Rivers kicks to Carroll. Houston with a new 14. Covington with the bucket.
And it's always terrific when Covington gets going down in the paint. I mean, this guy can score the ball from anywhere on the floor.
Now Bledsoe, 11 points in the game. From deep. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks, we're over-shifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. There was no stopping Russell Westbrook in the first half. He ended up with 24 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Some great work from him in the first 2 quarters. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
Well, we know Westbrook's going to be aggressive, attack off the dribble. But when he plays under control, like he has tonight, that's when this game goes to another level.
And over to Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks.
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Middleton in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. The Rockets have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That's good from Westbrook. And both free throws good for Westbrook.
Well, you know, for so long, Mike D'Antoni has been a vanguard on NBA offense. His teams have always played great offense, moving, spacing, dynamic players. Defense has not been at the level of offense, but I think he's actually improved as a coach in that area as well.
And Clark, part of it for D'Antoni is that he is delegating defensive duties.
Yeah, and I like that, Kevin. He's made sure to have a defensive coordinator on his staff, delegating that role and responsibility. He thinks and knows that his team is better off that way.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
Up around 80% for his career, Lopez more than comfortable earning his points at the charity stripe.
And he's good on the second. Houston leading by 11. Westbrook with it. Stolen by Bledsoe. It's Matthews on the wing. Basket counts.
Boy, the muscle and strength of Matthews, really impressive, Kevin. Great at scoring even while getting bodied up by the defense.
Now here's Westbrook. And the pass to House. And Tucker has it in the corner. Outside Westbrook. Three-pointer on the way. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second personal foul.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. Antetokounmpo looking it over. Pass to Bledsoe. And he banks in the layup. Bledsoe's got 13.
Really hard to corral Bledsoe when he's playing with that unbridled energy. He's understated, but always aggressive.
Here's Westbrook. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
Russell Westbrook at the line for 2.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. No good on the second free throw.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
I like how confident Westbrook is close to the rim. Gets high off the ground and releases his shot quickly.
Down low, here Hughes, and a great assist by in the game. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Kicks it out to Harden. No good from outside. Bucks trail by 5. Bledsoe outside. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Hands it from downtown. Middleton's got 5.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
The shot's good from Westbrook.
And they needed that. Their lead is getting smaller by the minute.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good possession there. They had to stem the tide of this comeback a little bit, and I think they did with that play there.
Now here's Bledsoe. 13 points in the game. Middleton can't get it to go. Covington dishes to Westbrook. Over Bledsoe. That one a little long. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. They get it back. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And the level of detail that Robert Covington approaches defense with is just phenomenal. He is always prepared for his matchup.
Yeah, and that's why he's an outstanding defender, Kevin, because he's got the physical attributes. He's got excellent speed and quickness for a guy of his size, good length and strength, outstanding hands. But he does a nice job of studying his opponent and what he needs to do to be effective defensively. I think he's one of the better defenders in the game and on the wing.
Shooting 2.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe.
You know, one of the things I'd like to see Bledsoe improve on is his passing. Other than that, I think his overall game is pretty solid.
Marvin Williams is checked in for Milwaukee. Hill comes in for Wesley Matthews. The Rockets also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And McLemore subbed in for Danuel House. He's perfect from the line this time. Rockets leading by 4. Timeout called, the Rockets.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Taking a look at some stats for James Harden. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. He's getting around 28 points per, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. And you look at his gaudy steal numbers defensively, he makes his presence felt on every possession.
And you know what I like about it, Greg, is he gets great position, then uses those quick, strong mitts of his to rip the ball out of there.
That one drops for him. And the Rockets lead by 6.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Middleton, the pass to Hill. Back to Middleton. Here's the 3. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Outside Westbrook puts up a 3. A rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got his 16th rebound on the night. Loads it up for Giannis. An emphatic LU jam.
Hey, you know, in the age of analytics, there's a ton of talk about player efficiency these days. And as we can see by Antetokounmpo's performance tonight, his efficiency, extraordinary.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 30 and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jumper.
The Bucks making a switch here. Korver's checked in. Here's Hill. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Tell you what, George Hill is one of my favorite players to watch. A veteran point guard. He's bounced around a bit the last few seasons, but he gives you leadership, toughness, a cool demeanor, and he's one of the smartest players I've ever been around. Brings value to every team that he plays on.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Rockets.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
2 shots.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
Free throw drops for Hill. And with Hill, as you said, Clark, he's a perfect fit as a second-unit leader.
Yeah, I love the fact that George Hill really gives you everything you need in the backcourt. He's an excellent defender, makes really good decisions, can score the ball when you need him to. He's ideal to come off the bench because he packed a lot of production into short playing stints.
Well, George Hill, the veteran guard, doesn't produce at the volume he once did. Still, he brings a lot of value to a team.
And that one's good. Westbrook.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
Here is Korver following the basket by Russell Westbrook. 3 on the clock. Elbow shot is on the way. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. And for Hill, Greg, he's a great veteran leader who brings value to a playoff-bound team.
You know, Hill has a game that is effective even when he's not scoring. His leadership and defense will make him a welcome addition to any roster, even as his numbers fade.
Here's Hill following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Williams passes to Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on James Harden.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Shots. Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
He misses the free throw.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo has really learned how to get himself to the foul line. It's one of the easiest ways to score the ball. He gets to the stripe at a higher clip with each passing year.
And the second free throw, good. Now here's Westbrook. He's got 34. Up and it in. Westbrook's got 36.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here is Hill. 6 points for him. He did. The layup missed.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Chris Middleton. Gordon's checked in for Houston. And the Bucks with possession here. It's a 5-point game.
Nice awareness from the young forward. Giannis Antetokounmpo showing he wants to work it to his guys.
Westbrook passes to McLemore. And some nice passing there by Houston. Westbrook, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
Guys, I hope we get to see a few more of those.
Fades back, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the amount of space Antetokounmpo covers is really breathtaking. You got to see it to believe it. I mean, he erases shots that you think he has no chance to get to.
McLemore inside the line. That shot misses. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. DiVincenzo passes to Hill. And it's Hill with the jam.
Terrific speed and understated athleticism from Hill. I mean, all he needs is a little room to attack, and then he'll exploit it with fervor.
To the wing on the left. And here's McLemore. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And it's Gordon missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect. That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Shot to stop the run, and the 3 ball is good. Gordon's got the game tied up here for Houston.
You cannot let Gordon get it going from the perimeter, Kevin. I mean, he's an incredibly consistent and persistent long-range shooter.
On the wing, Giannis. Green with the rebound.
Not sure what the team there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Hill against Westbrook. And finished off by Westbrook.
Man, you got to admire how easily Westbrook takes over games. I mean, an offensive juggernaut who is tenacious when it comes to scoring.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Yeah, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
I can't be playing with these. They back, I know. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah. Man, just watch me get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah. Get you some. Just can't wait till I get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah. Man, just watch me get me some. Go ahead, get you some. Yeah.
Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Kyle Korver. And a switch here also for Houston. Carroll's checked in. And he drops in the layup off the glass. That's 36 points for Giannis.
Really enjoy watching Antetokounmpo show off his toughness. I mean, he's not a real thick guy, long, angular, and muscular, and much tougher than he looks. That's why I think he's able to overpower defenders at times.
And here is Ilyasova following Russell Westbrook's three.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo has some major hops. At almost 7 feet tall, he makes it look effortless.
For three, Westbrook. They get it back. Tucker, no good with the layup.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Here's DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. Hill inside. He's covered by Westbrook. Ilyasova can't hit.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Here's Giannis following the score by Houston. And Ilyasova throws it down.
Well, I tell you something here now. Ilyasova has deceptive athleticism, and I think it catches defenders off guard because if he gets around that rim, he's ready and looking to throw it down.
DiVincenzo gets the bucket. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Westbrook against Hill. And that one's good. Westbrook's got 43 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing.
He's picked up by Hill. And that one, good. And the Rockets lead by 1.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now here is Hill. 10 points for him. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
You know, guys, sometimes that just happens, but you don't like to see it when the game is this close.
Just 4 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Westbrook. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Russell Westbrook has been leading the charge for Houston. This has been a remarkable game for him offensively. Anytime you get over the 40-point mark, it's been a special, special day. Back right after this. And now we take a look back to Mike D'Antoni talking to his team from the huddle.
Come on, guys. Come on now. Let's go. We're going to score easy. Can't let them down. You got to run back every time. Let's go. Come on, guys. Let's go. Go.
Greg demanding more effort on the defensive end.
And it's been there so far. Coach knows they can score, but they have got to defend better.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Gordon out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's DeMarre Carroll. And it's House in at the 3. Now here's Westbrook. Gordon finds Westbrook, shoots the 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Westbrook's got 46 points.
Well, he's filling it up right now, getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
Lopez passes to Ilyasova. Pass to DiVincenzo. From deep three-point range, he can't get that one to fall. And it's Houston the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Man, I like to see Covington get aggressive in the paint, sending a message to the defense with that dunk.
Bucks trail by 6. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Connaughton, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Eric Bledsoe's checked in for the Bucks. And a switch here also for Houston. James Harden, he's checked in for Danuel House. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Right side, Covington. 2 on the clock. The 19-foot shot. Matthews with the rebound. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Bucks. Trailing by 4. The shot misses. For Houston, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Bledsoe against Westbrook. Harden outside. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 4 assists now tonight.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped. You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Rockets leading by 5. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Covington in the corner from outside the arc. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's the break. Here's Covington. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, Covington has blinding speed, and he makes good use of it in the fast break opportunity.
Outside Matthews. Bledsoe against Westbrook. Lopez outside. Back to Bledsoe. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Bledsoe's got 4 points this quarter.
So often we see Bledsoe trying to get all the way to the rim, at least as close as possible. That's the mentality I think you've got to have.
Now here's Westbrook. Really left alone that time. And 12 points for Robert Covington.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
Passes to Connaughton. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Here's Lopez, and the layup's good off the glass.
Able to just go right over the top. I mean, the big man, Lopez, doing work.
Rockets leading by 6. 4-3, Westbrook. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his 4th rebound in this one.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure, but unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Westbrook passes to Gordon. Now Westbrook. Outside Covington. Back to Westbrook. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
It'll be a jump ball.
And so here's Houston. 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Here's Westbrook. Bledsoe with the defensive effort. Bucks trail by 4. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Inside. And Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got 6 assists in the game. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Westbrook double team. There's the feed to Covington. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Timeout called the Bucks. A different look for Milwaukee. Giannis, he's checked in for Ilyasova. And Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Houston. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Middleton the pass to Giannis. And the dunk by Giannis.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
For 3, Westbrook. The rebound by Middleton.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And so it's Houston with it, following the bucket by the Bucks. Covington in the corner. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got 6 assists now in the game. Bucks trail by 3. Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Takes a 3. Rockets with the rebound. Outside Gordon. Westbrook with it. Covington in the corner. There's the 3, and another 3 for Houston.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Outside Matthews. Pulls up, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Matthews has got 4 points this quarter. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Houston. They lead by 4. Double team on Westbrook. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And the Bucks with possession here. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Giannis kicks to Middleton. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Count it, and the Houston lead's been cut down to just 1 on the basket for Middleton.
The obvious work ethic of Middleton on full display there. I mean, the quick release off the pass, which leaves the defense without much to do.
Now here's Gordon. A rebound by the Bucks. Giannis is...
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
And the officials call a traveling violation. The Rockets making a switch here. House is checked in. For Houston, they've got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Bledsoe against Westbrook. He kicks to Covington. Here's Harden. Covington. Oh, what a play! Woo!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim for the epic throwdown.
Lopez. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Rockets leading by 3. Westbrook double team to the left wing. Here's Tucker. Here's House. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for House. And so House nails both of them. Here's Bledsoe. And the jam by Bledsoe.
It's clear that Bledsoe loves these moments, which is why he's comfortable taking big shots.
Now here's Westbrook. To the middle. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Westbrook. And that's now 25 points for James Harden.
How good is that? Harden commanding the ball in these moments. Loves stepping up at crucial times.
Lopez outside. And it's Middleton penetrating. No good from 11 feet. Houston leading by 5. The kick out to Westbrook. And another 3 for Houston.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little 3-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And here comes House, leading the fast break. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Wesley Matthews picks one up.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Shooting for Houston, Daniel House. Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for House. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Bucks trail by 9. 1:58 left to play in the final quarter. Antetokounmpo against Covington. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got 46 points.
Yeah, that was just a fantastic decision from Antetokounmpo. He's lethal in pick and roll situations, clearly.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Goes up again. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Westbrook after Wesley Matthews scored. Outside Westbrook. The pass to House. Beyond the arc. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 6 rebounds in the game. Giannis passes to Matthews. He gets it in there. Now it's just a 3-point Rocket lead.
Always ready to rise up and take these clutch shots. Wesley Matthews, big-time confidence.
Now here's Harden. it's sent back by Bledsoe. Got it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Somebody stirred up Eric Bledsoe. He's rolling.
Guys, it's come down here to a very important possession.
No room for error.
Harden kicks it to Tucker. Knocks down the three.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. They're trailing by 4. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
Timeout called the Bucks. They're trailing by 4. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. .27 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. It falls!
Middleton, the kind of player that simply relishes the pressure. He's comfortable taking the big shots.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And he doesn't let the pressure get to him. Cool and confident from the line.
Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Matthews against Harden. Shot clock at 5. For the three. Connects from downtown.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Congrats, James, on the win. This is a very tough team. What does it mean to beat them?
It meant a lot. We wanted to come out here and play with some energy. Guys made shots defensively. It was a gutsy win for us.
I'm sure you'll see these guys again. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.